What's up, everybody? This is John Raymond coming to you from the workshop. And today I want to do something a little bit different than we've done in previous videos that I've gotten to share recently, and kind of zoom out and talk about a few sort of overarching things that I feel like we absolutely have to be concerned with as improvisers and jazz musicians. You know, I think it's been said a million times that jazz music is like learning a language, right? We have to hear it spoken and played tons and tons and tons of times. And from there, we eventually learn it by starting to speak it ourselves and eventually learning the syntax and rules and all the elements of that language put together. Eventually, we get to the place where we're able to speak that language fluently over a number of years on our own. But is the end goal really just to be fluent in the language? I don't think so. I think that's really meaningless, and it's kind of like selfish in the end, right? Just to be able to speak the language, that can't be what the end goal is, right? Here's where I think we have to go with it, and what we have to keep in mind every day, even in the midst of our most meticulous of practice sessions. We have to keep in mind these two things that are sort of the why we do what we do. And that is we want to become fluent in the language that we speak so that we can be great storytellers and ultimately so that we can connect with other people. Stories are what people remember tens and hundreds and even thousands of years later, right? It's the reason we get hooked on Netflix shows and watch 10 seasons of the same show, because we get hooked into the storytelling and the character development. Or it's the same reason why we can remember stories we heard when we were kids, because these stories have been passed down through our parents and their parents and generations of people, because they stood the test of time. They were such a strong, amazing story, right? This is why we want to learn a language, so that we can tell the story that we have to tell in the time that we're in. And we do that ultimately by connecting with other people, right? And amazingly, how we connect with other people as improvisers is we use that language that we became fluent in. And it's not that we create a new language every time we improvise or every time we play a new show or whatever. We are using the same language that we are so comfortable, so familiar with, and we're essentially repackaging it every different moment so that it's spontaneously something new and fresh every time we do it, right? We're not doing something entirely new when we improvise. We're doing something that's actually just repackaging the things that we know so well. So I think this is stuff that we have to keep in mind when we're thinking about why we do what we do as improvisers. It's all about storytelling. It's all about connection. And if you don't have those two things at the heart of what you do, you're going to lose interest from the people that you're playing with, and you're definitely going to lose the people that you're trying to play for, right? And that's why we do this. We do this so that we can create those stories together, and that we can tell those stories together, and so that we can connect with each other. That's the stuff that we remember. That's the stuff that's really special, and the stuff that sticks with us. So keep this stuff in mind as you're going about all the things that you're doing: storytelling and connection. We'll see you next time. Thanks so much.